taking on Bad News Bears. Bad News Bears hoping to get a one up above the ENCE camp, but right now it looks like the international team are set and ready for a playoff position. They're on the T side, start with a Glock of Dotto, taking that first face in. Shakezilla has already spotted information and presence coming out towards this ramp position. We'll drive those CTs away from the Hell entrance and get back towards observation window. They pop those windows open and force Shake to fall back even more passive than he was already.
This just looks to be a 5-on-5 retake out for BNB. Bomb going down for Snappy. Now it comes down to the retake.
Tapping forward the Glocks, that first kill comes in, but Spongy with the Julies trades it right back. Dia sees one in Decon, tags up, switch to 12 points of health. Spongy's already made his way involved. There is a backstab involved for Spinks' party. He capitalizes on that by taking out Junior. Switcher involved, gets one fight before he's traded, and Spongy, well, he's not bound for this world. It's a pistol for ENCE.
And you've got to just understand the frustration for BNB. They're getting into position. They're coming out from decontamination. They're taking fights straight away. It's so chaotic in the lower bomb side. You have a play to come in from ramp to at least be able to pull some sort of distraction over. And then Spinks is just sitting behind Orange. He's just waiting for that play to come to him. ENCE just reading that round so well. And even for Shakezilla, him just continuing to back off didn't quite allow him to get involved into any of the action. And the retake did not come through. Great post planning from ENCE.
Bad News Bears. Forcing the issue back for the second round. Of course, Steagle's scouts involved. They won the pistol in the previous map up, but weren't able to capitalize with a conversion, so maybe they could steal one away from ENCE and at least return the favor from map 1. Damage being done to Dotto and Spongy to start things off, though. No casualties just yet.
I wonder how they use this player towards lower, whether they just dive him up with the vents and go for an upper take. Joji just trying to see if he can spam through his squeak door, doing a fair bit of damage onto Hades, but not enough to get the first kill.
8 HP for him, 31 for Dotto as well, so slight HP advantage for Bad News Bears. The Eagles, unfortunately, not landing those headshots on the high HP individuals. Dia sleeps in the back, catches Shakezilla and opens up ramp almost entirely. Junior will can see the rest of the defense. Does see the head of the first man crossing downstairs. They know that that bomb should be making its way up there. There are 2 players to respond in Spongy and Jonji. The bomb goes down outside of Toxic. Actually, Jonji swings in and no one's covering off Decon, so 4v4.
I'm very surprised that no one's even holding that line. They had a smoke, didn't go down. Swisher getting flashed in, and now the man advantage for BNB.
And still down on Dotto's part on 31 points of health. Nice if he can pass that AK off to Dia, if at all possible. Spinks fighting in as Dotto does win the fight against Spongy, so back to evens will go. Deagle tapping up from Jonji, but dealt with by Spinks in the back, so all 3 players still tagged for ENCE, but man advantage for the T-side line. Going to try to find their escape route here. Still finding more picks on the way out, though. Swisher peeks in, drops down, and Junior will at least get one exit frag on the way out of the round here. Closing those double doors, however, will ensure that he cannot really get towards the bomb site. It does like that second kill on towards Dotto, so even more damage being done, but a second round for ENCE.
And with many differences between the playstyle and the execution of ENCE and BNB so far in this best of 3, the one that you're noticing the most, damn, doesn't even recover that AK, unfortunately, can't quite get the E on, is just the small details. The way in which they fake the sound cue to allow that rap that went through Secret into observation. Shakespeare is just with his knife out trying to go towards that lower bomb side and just gets caught off immediately.
Great frags on the part of the scout, at least. Junior credited with a couple of kills. Damage has been done to ENCE pretty nicely. It's not going to lead towards a forced invest for the T-side line. They're just going to force the issue here into a very fast A play. ENCE taking 3 casualties without losing much at all. The scout again lands a good shot on towards Hades, but that Mac 10 is hunting for a little bit extra money, which he cannot get in the end of the day. So bomb goes down in the 4-on-2. ENCE at the site.
I've got to imagine that Dia's going to be the one to drop over an AWP to Hades into that next round. We'll try to see if his Deagle can find anything. Trying to tap away, deals with Shakezilla. And Junior just going to hold on to the Scout, hold on to the Kevlar. Might be able to bring that into the next round. He as well can upgrade himself to an AWP if he so desires. A 3-0 start coming through for the international team.
Looking out in the open, trying to check out the red box. Looking towards Mini for Junior's part of things. Snappy just wraps that corner, gets rid of the player, and deals with the round. 3-0 to the start for ENCE. At least a little bit of economical damage has been done to them, so the buyout for Bad News Bears could have some potential, assuming they don't heavy reinvest here on the T side. AWP and AUG and for Masters should be afforded the standard. Bad News Bears in with the first rifle round.
And even with Nuke being the highest picked map in the pool for ENCE, they've played it 3 times in the Pro League so far. They only actually ever picked it once, and that was up against Spirit, where they had that 16-11 result. Up against Heroic and Astralis, it was either the opposition's map pick or that third in the series. Another quick upper take.
Mac 10 facing in with Snappy. Swisher gets the trade back. Junior can find an AWP pick in, but Dotto able to respond. Junior holds the 2K in a 3-on-2 scenario for the CT side. No one left towards the A site itself, though, for the CT defensive. So ENCE can walk in, get the bomb back down. The Mac 10 and Hades still hunting towards the outside, sees where Shake is at, and Shake deals with him. So now it's left to Spinks to clutch.
Great hold from Junior in that heaven position, and Spinks smoking off main. Going to try and go back to that outside position. He's got to go back to try and get the bomb, however.
Keeps his eyes on. Bad news bears. Oh, taking face the headshot, not landing on the first contact, though. Need to get that headshot initially, but not getting that chance gives Junior a 3K, and bad news bears will take a first round.
It was very quick, very pacey out for ENCE, and it may have just come down to the kind of weaponry they had. Snappy trying to entry out with that Mac 10, but Junior just not getting mollied, not really getting flashed off angle either, just holds his ground, ends up with a triple into the round. And for BNB, this is a good start for them to at least find their first round on the CT side this early on.
And with the economy state events as well, there will be a rebuy back with all 5 players on AKs, but there's potential on a reset going forward if Bad News Bears can get away confident in this round. AK of the almost baiting in Junior. Trying to face on John G instead, but now the AWP looks up at the wrong moment. AK does not swing on the contact. Did hear the scope, though, forced him back in a secret.
And now out towards the ramp take, it gets quite easy. Just a flash off angle forces that rotation down to the lower bomb site. And Sheikh Zula falling back. Deer taking more damage outside.
They're going towards hell as well. They're going to look upstairs. Spongy gets away with 1 frag. John G with 2, dropping the bomb. Unaware of the second T-side player that's out there. Hades can double back and maintain a single-man advantage for Bad News Bears. Grab that bomb, try hit it into the A site. There is no CT directly on the site, but he needs support from his teammate.
Dia's known to the back of T-Red, and for Hades, he's just trying to wait to see if they can catch someone off guard. Great shot coming through onto Dia. Means that for Swisher, it all just comes down to Hades to the T-side to clutch.
Great frag, bomb down for Hades at least. And as you mentioned, on for the ace for ENCE. Heaven's going to get wrapped in upon by the likes of Sheikh Zula. Hades is going to push the issue towards Swisher instead. And Junior watching outside. Hades very far aggressed out of this one. It's all a case of timing here. Looks up towards Heaven. The bomb is not planted for him. Should hear a footstep as soon as he sees the individuals. Takes down Junior, gets the frag together. Now looking back towards Hut. Look up to Heaven. Deal with the Heaven player and win the round. He saw him. Now hearing Swisher coming forward. Oh, the perfect headshot, but not enough to get the triple. Shake's got a defuse kit as well, so he has the round.
Oh my goodness, that is a bit of a nail biter coming through from Hades, isolating so many of those 1v1 faces, but it's the in-game leader of Sheikh Zula that makes sure that that round does not fall apart and that retake gets on. The bomb gets defused, BNB get up to 2, and even with a bomb plant, there's still not really enough money for ENCE to work with, so it's going to be a forced buy attempt for them, so they are limiting themselves, going in with this hero AK and pistols out for everybody else.
Just confidence from ENCE. They believe that they can go so far as to win out later rounds, or they're just looking at to gamble this one because they realize that they won't be down by too much if Bad News Bears are able to hold on to this force buy. Fast rush into the AK instead. Hades looks up towards the hut position. Look back round to the back lines. Catch off Spongy. Barely get that kill. Especially there responsive. Doubles up against Dotto as well. Junior involved with the AWP picks. Can't quite land a second shot to Snappy. The Molotov forces it back. Swisher comes in to support it, and Junior still dishing out some frags. Spinks has got it to 1 versus 1 though. Has Junior set with the AWP, and he just holds that second kill to equalize for the Bad News Bears. 3 apiece on the board, and the CT side is starting to get spooled up now.
It was very well played for Junior to not take the shot. You could see that they were trying to bait him so many shoulder peeks to just get that AWP to fire, to be able to deal with that last player. And now we're actually seeing a tactical timeout coming through from ENCE, probably realizing, okay, we've tried something a bit pacey. We've tried a fair bit of variation. We actually haven't found a massive amount of success on T-side yet.
No, ENCE have been a little bit hit and miss. And I mean, I guess it is kind of characteristic for a CT half of Nuke, but at the same time, ENCE picked into this one, and Bad News Bears are already 1 away from equalizing their record over on the first map. A half buy coming in for ENCE as well indicates that BNB are probably going to go to 4 rounds.
Yeah, take the lead and just start working with it. ENCE giving up a little bit of respect now, saying, okay, we've got to be a bit sensible. We can't just keep buying here. Yeah, you could have done that out in that second half of the first map because of the lead you've got, but not quite the same circumstances. And for Bad News Bears, money's still very limited for them in the reserve.
A lot of potential in the damage for ENCE. They have made these rounds extremely expensive, so again, the force buys make sense from a certain angle. Set towards the outside for the AWP of Junior, hoping the T-side players cross, and indeed they do. Jonji should hear these footsteps soon. Hades will stick around to cut off players just in case they're trying to make their way back in from the secret position. Shake in dark. And watching Apodoto first and foremost. The Tech-9 involved. Spray through with the second man. Junior catches those kills, but Snappy, Spinks, and Dia get a couple of trades involved to the man advantage. Only temporary, though. Fisher brings it to 2v2.
This is very winnable. They've got an AWP and an M4 to work with, and both players have got head armor.
Doors closed. Snappy going to reload. Dia. AWP set in, and the M4 looking back to the back lines over at the corridors. Jonji with a smoke down. Try to force forward, open up those double doors and look back into the ramp entrance. The fuse kit is on Jonji, who's creeping around outside of the bomb plant position. The smoke goes down, the burst fire of Snappy, the spray continues, and Swisher has got to stick the full 10 seconds as Jonji's falling without the kit. Tech-9 spams away for Snappy, can't find a player, going in for the knife kills. They're going to steal it, they're going to steal it. Swisher, oh, Snappy gets Dia instead. The wrong player went down. Pandemonium for ENCE, and Bad News Bears have the lead.
What is going on at that lower bomb site? The 10-second stick, the flash comes in, and they knife the own teammate by mistake. Oh, just a world class of errors out for the inside. And for Bad News Bears, they're probably sitting themselves thinking, how did we win that?
Shit, dumb luck, I want to say. Oh, tactical timeout for the North Americans. Oh, boy. Well, that's at least a little bit of entertainment for them. ENCE conceding the lead for the first time to BNB, and it's good that they see the CT side is getting spooled up. For ENCE, though, they might not have to worry about losing this map or this series. Right now, map 1 has ticked over on Astralis and Heroic, and 16-8 to the favor of Heroic. So down by 1 map for Astralis, and if they lose that series, then ENCE will be guaranteed to be in the playoffs. So it's not just this result that matters here for the international team. AUG set towards the outside. Of course, the default position's held in by Bad News Bears. Sprays through the AKs. Default set threads behind these smokes, and pretty passive in general across the line.
In hindsight, you could have a look at that last eco and still be happy with the damage that got done, because now you look at the reserve, Shakzula's going to be on an MP9. There's still FAMASAs out, not M4s. There's no AWP. And resmoke out towards the squeak door area for Spongy. Dia making very silent noise out towards that secret position. Junior playing in from main. Might be able to catch off one of the players dropping down, but no one's really facing him.
Snappy's had a 3 points of health by Junior, trying to hunt for that player at long last, but Dotto's very slow and silent creep around the outside will punish that player for his transgressions. Meanwhile, one player on the roof is going to be expecting the CTs to have crunched in towards the lobby, and they have done that, but they're not going to extend so far as to go towards outside here. ENCE repositioned against the CT side, 45 seconds to go to the A side.
There's a lot of map control for ENCE to work with, try and split their way in towards the A side, and even for Spinks, he can come down the ladder and backstab the lobby players.
Things making a bit of noise here in lobby. Now going to draw their attention back towards this entrance. 25 seconds. Time's running short. Hades watching the bank. Spinks peeking up. See Shake gets a fantastic headshot. Swisher with 1 kill back of his own right. Jonji held towards the corner. Swisher still holds 2. Spongy gets involved. The Swisher goes trading, and the AWP is Snappy, knows exactly where the last man is. So back to evens we go, 4 all to the board.
BNB didn't do a lot wrong there. They were able to clear out lobby. They played 4 players on top site on floor, and ENCE just ran into the very heavy stack with very limited information. Even that slight noise and sound cue coming through from Spinks, allowing Shakzula to keep his attention in from lobby. But it was just some of the fight, some of the crosshair placement, and the protocol for ENCE in the way they peek off one another. And look at what that does to the buy for BNB. They have to force in round 9.
Nice attempt at the scout shot there from Junior, but not able to come forward with a decent kill. Oh, a tag on towards the outside position. Junior Doing the watch. Expecting someone to silo, but so far so little has been gained. ENCE holding their own, knowing they're probably up against the force buy. They just found the reset against Bad News Bears.
Yeah, gotta wonder what the game plan for Bad News Bears actually is in this sort of round. They've dived Jonji to the lower bomb site that can start making a bit of a move out from Secret. And ENCE, outside of this one lurk of Dia to the back of Hut outside, they're all pretty much in lobby.
Tags against them, nades down. Dia peeking forward, seeing that Deagle. Finds the fight against him, but doesn't win it. Spongy credited with the kill, and now an automatic to work with here for the CT side, although it is only an SMG. Shakes on as Deagle held back to the back lines and holding out from the observation window. Expecting the T-side players to make their way forward, and indeed they will do so. Just tags on Snappy and Spink, so the bomb can go down.
There isn't a kit for the CTs to work with, but they've got themselves into some decent retaking positions. They've rotated to lower quickly.
There's Dotto with a pick, 4 on 4. 2 more kills for Snappy's Mac 10 makes it now 2v4. Forcing forward a switcher, gets away with 1 frag, but Snappy makes it a triple, and that is round done for ENCE's part of things. A 5th to the board and a retaken lead for the T-side line. Bad News Bears might have had their moments, but not able to hold it forever.
Yeah, ENCE are definitely being tested more so on Nuke than they were in the first map of Overpass, that's for sure. And we saw the way that Dia fell very quickly outside to just a dual peek into Mini. A junior holding onto that scout to at least keep some weaponry into the next round. And even with a lot of players rotating down towards that lower bomb site, it was the aggression out from the SMG into the observation window that just really ripped apart and cleaned up that round, giving the lead back over to the international squad. And this is a chance for them to start developing their lead, knowing that they're only going to be up against a basic eco in the next.
Just that Scout Junior, everything else is pretty much out of it. Again, he'll look towards the outside, hoping he can get some sort of headshot on the players that cross out of here. Jonji is the man that's really going to be the focal point of this round, though. Right up close in the smoke, hearing one player go past him. P2K in hand has not got a lot of damage output. Oh, barely out, loses the fight to Snappy. 4 HP was the difference between a man advantage for B&B. And now the AKFD will try and deal with the rest of the CTs. Swishes the Eagles slightly better, though. Gets it to a 4 versus 4. And actually, Snappy could go down here if he's not careful. Gets that secondary pick back. Can't make it a triple, but 3-on-3 maintained.
He's done a lot of work outside, but you think about how low he actually got dropped before he fell. He's got away with a couple of kills, and now that taken to the lower bomb sites come in. Players coming through from Secret on the city side.
Bomb down a Toxic once again. Dotto waiting for Swisher. Deagle facing in, hearing footsteps, taps forward. Needs Junior's AK to really get set up here. He's placing trade position, and Swisher and Spongy fall simultaneously. It leaves Junior to save the AK here. Best case scenario for this eco round, just get that one rifle. Be happy with the damage that has been done, even though it's still an overall profit for ENCE. And a 6-4 to the T-board.
That's an all right round. So you'll take that on the chin. Lose a couple of players of Dia and Snappy in terms of damage. They're able to recover an AK. ENCE seems like they are very keen on outside control, ramp takes, and a lot of plays to that lower bomb site. And I guess what that does come down to was in the early portion of Nuke, we saw a couple of those quicker plays in the top site takes. And, well, there was a few times where they got actually bombarded. They really struggled to open up the bomb site, deal with those trades. So they're starting to realize to themselves, well, let's just keep going deep. Map control will slow the round down and head over to that B site because we're finding more success there.
Guns out for B&B. Orpin Virginia being glass cannon in this round. Might have a bit of an effect against the Bad News Bears camp. He's currently placed towards the outside as the indoors default gets set up for a very fast hit in for the likes of ENCE. It's a 2-for-1 trade, though, as Jonji and Swisher hold their own. Spinks gets training back to 2v2. Swisher keeps the man advantage for Bad News Bears on Dotto and Hades as they do get forced back into holding a passive position here, which has done enough to hold their own. They know they've got to deal with this hot player first and foremost, and they've probably got Heaven presence as well.
No molly for top of Heart, and they've had to cancel, they've had to slow it down, and that was one of these top sides where B&B have done such a good job on the defensive. Dotto and Hades is waiting for a little bit of a mistake, waiting for one of these CTs to aggress.
Smokes in, flashes over. Hades try press forward with the AWP and flash in for Dotto to allow the peek for out. 50 seconds, and Junior's AWP is keeping his eyes set towards that marshmallow position. They're going to be able to walk forward and down into the lower bomb site. There's no CT here to account for this. ENCE giving up no info as well.
As soon as they open up the single door at decontamination, that's going to give the indication that it is a lower take. All comes down to, again, this retake for B&B. They don't have a kit between the three players.
We find one on the floor, so Swisher gets that outside of the mini position, and Dotto starts pressing issue into the ramp angle. Hearing Swisher as well on the rotate. All three players are coming in from ramp, so Dotto's got the pressure against his name. Hades is set to play against the diffusers. Starts looking into the other side. The crossfire is in. They realize no one's coming down from vents. Swing up from Sheikh Zula. Dotto gets the one frag and a second. Junior gets the trade involved. But now the AWP is a known entity, and Dotto makes it 3 kills to keep the round together for ENCE.
What a sick round coming through from Dotto. Hades was trying to assist with that crossfire, like you mentioned, out from single door at decontamination, but really just all by himself. It started off with Swisher getting a couple of kills towards the top of Hut, but ENCE, they put down that lurk smoke, they drop into the vent dive silently, get down to lower, and Dotto pretty much just wins that round by himself. B&B, that was a decent chance, but it's not a round conversion, and now they've got to eco.
And Mac-10 Adia set to farm up the cash here towards the outside control. And still a pretty decent money line in general for the ENCE side, despite losing 4 players in their previous. Cover what little cash they've actually lost out here and allowed Dia just to run wild against B&B. Playing passive towards outside, though. Suspects that there might be some upgrade pistols in play. And that would be the right assumption here. It is 4 Deagles and a P250.
B&B just hoping that they can isolate some individual jewels. We're seeing a little bit of a display towards outside in terms of utility, but it could be just another one of these inner plays.
Nades on, damage done to John G. The Eagle trying to tap up against the Mac-10 Adia. And Sheikh Zula tapping, doing damage to Spinks first and foremost. Further flashes will force him away and get down into the ramp position. Snappy cover them off as they make their way in. John G still holding an angle at the double doors, fires away and now gives up his position. The Mac-10 finally getting the chance to strike on Dia, but only with 1 pick in this one. Swisher there with the trade. And still the bomb's yet to make its way into B.
A bit hesitant, ENCE out from this ramp position, making a little bit of noise. They've got some time to work with. 1 player to defend at the lower bomb site. All lies down onto John G.
Eagle sweating. Trying to find a flank angle where he could find the perfect moment of timing. Good shot on towards Spinks, looking for the second man of Hades, but the orb at close quarters. You can see what's going on. They have the info as to where the rest of the T-side players are at, though, so the bomb's got to get to the site and plant is Spongy, trying to get involved here. Bomb going down, opening up the doors. There is a smoke in the way, and Dotto will punish him for his aggression. Swisher and Junior. Swisher first and foremost out towards the observation window at the stairway. Dotto takes some damage for it, but doesn't get away killed off, and there's still no kits as Junior drops Swisher in a 1v3. Does fight onto Stappy, at least get 1 player, but I don't think there's much left in it.
There is a low HP Dotto of 18, so maybe if he can isolate a couple of these jewels, then there could be a bit of a chance into this, but not to be. Hades with the orb follows up with 3 in the round, and ENCE, even at those situations where it doesn't look perfect, it still looks really solid. We saw the way in which they slow it down out from ramp. Great angle for John G to work with. No one looking over towards that left-hand side. Only gets away with 1 for the Deagle. They try and plant in the smoke. Dotto opens up the double doors, tries to buy themselves a little bit of safety, and ENCE, they get up to 8.
Yeah, doubling up the scoreline that Bad News Bears currently have, and the double AWPs will come through for the CT side as well, of which John G will utilize to catch off Spinks. Just out there towards that squeaky door, looking for Hades next up on the AWP. Sees the player dropping down, but that bait and switch with the footsteps being heard by John G allowed Hades the perfect angle and the perfect moment, the perfect window to maintain the advantage, and Swisher falls back towards Snappy.
That's a great bait, wasn't it? He's just waiting for that main player to drop down, and instead it's the NWP of Hades that's locked onto the angles. And just when Bad News Bears get that squeak door pick, open up a 5v4 and a man advantage, they lose it right back.
Walking downstairs for ENCE Dotto. Over towards the double doors, the other 2 players coming into The 3 players, excuse me, actually going into the decontamination entrance. Being slow and careful with smokes down to Cross and Dotto. Just check the back lines of the rafters, just in case there is anybody lurking there. But bad news bears, they've already given up B site, and I don't think they're on for a retake. They're being very slow about this, and they're making their way away from the rotations.
Oh, we've seen a lot of gamble stacks from B&B, particularly in that top site. We've seen 3-4 players there of Spongy, Junior, and Sheikh Zula. Unfortunate there that they can't just sort of capitalize on that first pick in from John G. Great sort of distraction and display outside from ENCE. B&B realize, okay, this is round 13. Money's not great. Round 14, we can buy around it. Keep the double AWPs in play, at least get that upgrade, chuck that back over to John G in the next round. The only problem with this is anytime you're in a situation where you think, right, let's just save because we'll have the money for the next round, we'll have the buyback, you offer up another round to ENCE, and this is their T side. They could go up to double digits again like they did on the first map.
At this late stage of the game, you imagine they probably would do. Bad news bears did post up a pretty decent opening a few rounds and a pretty decent early game by getting that lead at 4-3. But since that lead has come in, they have not scored a single round. 6 in a row for ENCE. B&B. Work towards the outside again, trying to aggress to try to change things up against ENCE. They're still putting the effort behind, trying to do some damage and do something against these boys. But so far, so little gained. ENCE playing passive.
It's going to be another one of these top side plays. Ring of Fire in terms of the utility usage to come in. Bad news bears. How many defenders have they got to try and deal with the rush?
Only a couple up towards the site and Heaven. Flash over, Spongy is blinded off. Sheikh Zula deals with the rotator of Spinks, trying to make something happen out towards that ramp control. Spongy finds Dia with a Mac 10. Incendiary on Dotto. The headshot comes in. Junior can respond towards Stappy. Look back to the bomb carrier, but can't get a kill against him. He's making his way out towards the smokes, but reveals himself to Heaven. And now it's all left to Hades. 1v4 for him. So it looks like a fifth will go the way of B&B.
So it seemed that it was initially going to be an upper fake to a ramp take if they could get an opening kill, and that just didn't happen at all. Junior even pressing forward, another 3K for him. And when I look at the individuals for B&B, Swisher and Junior have really impressed in this second map of the series of Nuke, but it comes back to the same conversation of players being quiet. Spongy, John G, Sheikh Zula, where are they with the numbers?
So far, so little from them. And again, it is a credit to Junior and Swisher. Especially Junior, who has been the man to maintain his numbers throughout both maps. ENCE still leading and still buying down into his 15th round to look for that 10-5 half. And John G will pick up the secondary orb, grab Dia on a first frag. Spongy can make it a second. Both him and Dotto are blind, however, the next engagement. And well, Spongy will not gain vision first. So Dotto responsive of his own, a 4 versus 3, making it 3v3 as Junior also falls to the man. AWP and John G detected, but Spinks falls in his turn.
They're going to try and fake the bomb plan out. Hades just going to fall to the hub player. They haven't been able to clear that out completely. Diving to the site itself. Now it comes down to Dotto to see if he can clutch deal with that first player, but not over to that right-hand side. 9-6 half for the lead events as we go to the second after this break.
Telling us what we can do, but here we are, showing them, making them wish they were you. We've heard the most when it comes to this, yeah, every shade of blue, but don't even care what they all say. They think we're out of control, yeah, truth be told, we know it, it's just the way we live, we own it. We love the thrill, we know it. It's just the way we live. We're grown-up kids,
Yeah, they done told me to be myself. So when I went and found myself, the ones who told me back then, be true to who I am, ain't think we was really gonna win. Now they watching us from the sidelines while we trying to victories like we getting high tides. I'm getting my prize, only thing my eyes is locked in on. $500,000 mine. I want it right now, don't waste my time. Family in a penthouse with a view sky high. Blood, sweat, and tears bring more to my eyes. Cause the whole gang winning, I done gave my life. Odds low, but we did it, dang we. And we always moved in, never on the same thing. Now our lives are highlight reel. We like the thrill, this life's ideal. The hype is real.
We know it, it's just the way we live. We own it, 'cause stop, we love the thrill. We know it, it's just the way we live. We're grown-up kids. Kids.
We've been tested to our limits. Don't hold back.
Only first 7 rounds stand between ENCE and the map victory and the playoff position by extension. Bad News Bears are keeping it relatively close at this stage, but still not able to get a definitive lead above ENCE since that 4-3 at the very start of the map. Up now, ENCE with a CT side where they can apply cruise control and cruise their way into the playoffs themselves. Swisher with the Deagle on the pistol round, trying to work in against the opening pick against the ENCE cap. It's Snappy that sees contact out towards that ramp control, and they're going to charge in for the B hit.
Oh, this Deagle's doing a bit of work towards outside. Swisher getting that first pick already, finishing up. Hades on 3 HP, really going to struggle to stay alive. 5-on-3 advantage, and the bomb is still heading towards an upper take.
Rather than going out to the downstairs position from their ramp control, they're going to go towards outside instead and flank in against the CT forces. Dotto and Snappy have made their way downstairs and through Secret. As a result, will catch off one individual, but the teams will make their way downstairs knowing they have got ramp control. They have got the B site within touching distance, so they will get the bomb up there and try to get it down.
Now open up the double doors. How much can they see? Jonji taking that first phase. Dotto falling, meaning that Spinks and Snappy have to do it all.
USPs on both, Kevlar on both, no kits on either one. Unfortunately, Spongy comes up with a pick back, and Snappy will find a trade, but he's in a 1 versus 3. Look around the corner against Junior, but Junior lands the Glock shot and lands the 7th for Bad News Bears, an all-important pistol to maintain a close affair.
It's just what they need to be able to get a bit of momentum, get some rounds under their wraps, and just close the distance. ENCE just lost way too much of that Deagle outside, and for B&B, they had just so much map control to work with. The bomb was outside, they took ramp, go over to lower, and even with ENCE making some very quick rotations out to double doors, B&B just hold the post plant.
Yeah, nicely done, ENCE. Couple of rounds between them and Bad News Bears now, so things could still get a little bit interesting if the North Americans want to try and hold some semblance of a game right here on Nuke. Not going to call it a 3 maps just yet, but there's a possibility that could be the case. It all depends on how Bad News Bears approach the rest of this game. They're tapping forward on the ENCE camp. The Eagles in. Scout out for Hades.
Yeah, seeing a pressed up CT in the outside position, just trying to make sure that they gather any early information. Dotto getting forced away by the mollies, but the commitment still hasn't come in yet.
Shakes with a pick on towards Dotto, so advantage of Bad News Bears doubling up as he looks up towards the rafters. Swisher gets Hades next to a 5 versus 2, trying to make it 1, but Dia able to respond to Jonji, so maintaining control and possession of this scenario. Bomb will go down. Snappy, the Eagles set, looking downstairs, trying to grab that scout and do something here for the ENCE camp, but just grab that weapon and save it at this stage. It's the best bet for these two players.
B&B just committing towards a topside take. Shagzula getting a couple of kills on the entry with the MAC-10 supported by some very good flashes over the skylights. Dia and Stappy got no option but just to hold on to what little have got, bring it as to an eco into the next round. And for B&B, that's their rate. And you start looking at it, yeah, it's only very early stages in this second half. We've only seen the pistol and that anti-force buy conversion. But for B&B, they're showing us some goods.
Yeah, this looks pretty decent. I mean, we kind of wrote them off the back of that 16-4 overpass. Believing, of course, that being their map, their own map pick, that they would have just been swamped as a result of that. But no, this is looking like a pretty competitive Nuke. Not a full-on advantage for them, but that could change in the next 2 rounds. Again, they could gain the lead here on T-side. ENCE, Mac 10 Scout, 2 Deagles, 1P, 250. Nades up the position here as Mac 10 trying to make his way around the corner. Catch John G first and foremost. Dia opens up the round.
Fast vent top coming through, at least for the CTs, but it's out towards ramp where there's a lot of CTs waiting in. Switching with the entry, trying to see what he can find. Spinks with the deal, gets away with one. A lot of chaos and a lot of damage being done to the T side as it now gets back to a 2v2.
Back and forth on the trade counts. One player at Toxic, this Junior Checky, is going to Molotov out the observation window and keep his eyes on double doors. Taps forward, drop the bomb. AK picked up, Spongy gets caught. And Dotto has won it. 2 kills to his name. And again, Bad News Bears not checking all their corners and leaving ENCE with 10.
I guess that they just thought that lower was going to be clear. When you deal with 3 players at ramp, you're not expecting Dotto to be playing out from Old Toxic. What a read out from the ENCE side for them to stack as many players from ramp and at lower. And it all started with Dia outside.
Wonderfully done there for ENCE. And for like Bad News Bears, we're going to get some momentum going here at the turn of the start of things. But now, maybe not so much the case at this stage. Dia, again, taking Mac 10's aggressive, trying to get downstairs initially. Scout out, or AWP, I should say, for Hades. I mean, that just goes to show how much they gained from that. And AWP coming in on the first buy round for ENCE.
John G outside's going to have to be careful where he positions himself through because straight away, getting picked off. Swisher, going to try and split in from Mini.
Molotov's involved. Player in the back should get... smoked off position, going to try flash his way back out, and he will just about be able to escape from that. So keeping that AK held to the back lines of the site. There's still 5 players alive. Not the same could be said for B&B, but Swisher could change that. He's seen one and will catch Snappy. Open up ramp for him.
That's a massive hole in the entire defense. ENCE just being able to open up this ramp position. And now for B&B, they've got plenty of options.
And Swisher picking up another good frag. Bringing his own back over on the part of Spinks. Another kill coming in from Hades. Spongy fragged up 3 versus 2 for B&B. ENCE. You can see the bomb plant over towards the A site. Junior's drawing their attention. Trying to keep the CTs held back here. Hades has turned his back away from Junior's angle. The AK just continuing to watch out from that observation. I don't know if Hades and Dotto really have a way back into this. They are... they're getting flanked out once again by Junior. Going to catch up another good kill on the AK. So now the AWP of Hades left to save into this one. Bad News Bears have outpositioned ENCE.
Yeah, they really have. And it was just that wraparound that came through in that ramp position because I guess it does take a lot of confidence, first off. But knowing that Hades was playing out from Lockers, got up to heaven and dropped into the site itself, had a good indication that Lockers was going to be completely opened up. And for Snappy, he's looking into ramp and not even looking at his backside in from hell. And they just get wrapped in. They've got no idea what's happening.
Perfect stuff again from B&B, still holding semblance here on the T-side line, so I'm looking forward to see whether or not this will continue like this. Tactical timeout for Bad News Bears, though, to maintain control. Second called in on the T-side. Something we didn't see a lot over on the first map, so for them... oh, and there's still a bit more confidence in this map, but a lot of potential available for the North American side.
Yeah, there really is, and this has got to be a wake-up call for ENCE to go, guys, this is our map pick. We've had some decent success in it. 16-11 over Astralis, 16-11 over Spirit. Tight map yesterday up against Heroic. Got up to 14, but couldn't quite close. And now going down to the wire up against B&B, being on a bit of a shotty buy. You've got that shotgun out for Spinks, AWP to follow for Hades, M4 and Org for Dia, but only a Deagle for the in-game leader, a Snappy to work with.
A bit of a broken buy up, but still could work. There's still a fair amount of firepower. It depends really on where they place it. Outside control for 3 individuals. Jonji, Shakezilla, and Swisher coming in as a collective towards the outside smokes and trying to cross in towards that secret control. Hades thinking about it, but didn't take the shot. Just blinded by the smoke, had no inkling as to where the T side have crossed.
So it seems that Junior and Spongy are just going to fake the top side, try and see if they can scramble the CTs into believing that it's going to be a play to the upper bomb side. They have no idea about this walkout from Secret. They only saw the smokes.
Dotto will fire away, get 2 kills on a spray, making it 3K. Spongy trades back on Dia, but the bomb's been dropped to the CT line, and the M4 has done so much. Rotations inbound for ENCE. They're just going to cover this angle and maintain possession here of the corridors, and this crossfire is just impossible to break now for B&B.
Oh, just marvelous, isn't it? That whole sequence where they're trying to put the util towards top side, they run into Dotto. Spinks even trying to hunt down Spongy, down to 15 points of health. Could the shotgun finish off the kill? There's so much information being given up. At 35 seconds, B&B have got to regain this bomb control in Secret.
Tap forward as Spinks looking for an engagement to deal with Spongy and finish off the job he started. So far, so little gained by him, however, and at this point, so far, so little gained by B&B in this round. That 1 frag and a couple of free AKs that they can save up. I think Spinks is on his way downstairs to grab another one. What a hold from Dotto, man. 3 frags, simple as that. And I mean, it's partially down to him holding his like semblance and holding his confidence, but there's another part of it that was also down to B&B just peeking in 1 by 1.
And peeking as that smoke blooms too. That re-smoke comes through and Shakezilla just goes, yeah, we're going with it. They don't cancel the setup and they run through, and it's so difficult when you run through a smoke like that to be able to trade Dotto. And people may forget that he was even a part of when they still had sort of the finish side events. He's been back here since November of last year before the international lineup even came together. But what a class round that was from him.
Puts B&B back on the back foot. Mac 10, Tech 9 to surround the buyer. The 3 AKs they have here on the tees. Dotto. Escape dodge here with the vents out. Flashes in. Dia turned away from as he gets blinded off. They're coming in from the hot control switch, trying to look for the players up in the rafters. Finally takes that swing and does adjust against Spinks. Wins that fight.
Yeah, they haven't got anyone out from Squeak Door, so everyone's got an entry out from Heart.
He's going to extend quite far out. Hades got another good kill back on the outside and into heaven. He'll try and hold some sort of retake. D has fallen though, so the man advantage is back to the favor of B&B now.
This might just have to be a save call. Dotto's stuck into the vents position, and if Junior wins this fight, round's over. That's it. Got to be save.
Yeah, Hades on 3 points of health. He's got no chance. Neither does Dotto. He'll look for an exit frag maybe in the vents, but Hades got to run towards the spawn, and Dotto's probably going to go ahead and join him. Either that or just go towards Secret. Makes a lot of sense. Does drop in. Dotto's get that 1 exit frag, so damage done, but only removing an M4 from player. Don't think B&B are going to be sweating that.
Jeez, Swisher is super impressive on Nuke. Double entry to top side, gets him up to 17 kills. And you've got to imagine that really he is pulling these rounds ahead. Yeah, he's not winning every single round for the team, but just the impact he's finding, he's having one hell of a map. And to think that this could be the last map that B&B have here in the Pro League, he's given it everything he's got.
Yeah, again, bad news bears coming into this map, knowing that they were just swamped on overpass and knowing that, as you mentioned before, their last series here in Pro League, their last map potentially, they're just giving it the full beans. Trying to get a little bonus something out just to show the world that they still have something available, still have something to play with. Snappy, his Deagle though, he's got a little something to play with in his own right. He puts it to Jonji, but Swisher does find a response here. The shotguns out, but Spinks are going to suppress them, however. XM1014, he's bracketed them all into ramp room.
They're stuck. They have to commit to ramp and then start working their default. Now for Spinks, he's given away the position, so they know the XM is in lobby.
To like a firefight on one player that made their way in. I think it was Sheikh Zula who he's fired against. And check outside looking for info to try and detect where these T-side players are at. Not fully aware that they are all in ramp, so... No position, Dia. M4 watching Secret just in case. They're all making their way in from this one angle, so ENCE will be up to hold the defense or the retake.
It doesn't seem like they want to get any hell control and go to outside with this ramp take. Instead, they're waiting for a mistake. They're waiting for the CTs to overextend, but this is just buying time for Dia and Dotto to get into some decent positions at the lower bomb site just outside of the double doors.
40 seconds to go. Might be a more aggressive angle here from Dia. Eyes set, but falling away, thinking about his positions, thinking about maybe if he wants to go a bit more passive in this. Smokes go down. Flashes go over in Swisher. Tries to lead the charge in. Hades also thinking of pushing the AWP in towards ramp, going up towards the A site instead. Dia still hunting for a gap, but they're walking into the site. Chance for Dotto to spray through, catch the bomb planter. He gets Swisher instead. No one's at Decon. He still wins that fight. Dia actually steals it on Junior, but Spongy now should be seen as Dia gets another kill on Sheikh Zula, and Spongy, well, he's left for dead in this one. What a hold and what a retake from ENCE.
Those two guys, the double Ds coming through, Dia and Dotto just having an easy time at B. And for B&B, it comes down to them being sandwiched. As soon as they know that that XM clears out and takes that lobby control, there's really no way that they can fight back onto a Sphinx with that shotgun, try and see if they can develop some map control. They have to commit to lower. And just between the two of them, the synchronization is just, it's so sound, so great for ENCE. And that gets them up to 12. That doesn't allow B&B to tie up the scoreline.
Getting closer and closer to doing so, and a third tactical will get called in by them because that was their best chance. Imagine them getting an equalization and a lead at this stage in the game. Like, they still have an opportunity, but obviously it's slipping out of their grasp here. They're down to a force buy here in our 23rd round. Lil, 2 AKs, Mac 10 on Jonji, Deagle for Junior. Bad news bears down by a margin of 2. If they lose this without a bomb plant, we're probably looking at a 14-10.
Yeah, I'm looking at this round in particular, Jay, and I'm thinking go big or go home, because there's so much relying on this of them being able to get economical damage in, maybe a quicker set piece out towards the A-bomb site again. They have found a lot of success with Swisher getting those entries towards those top side plays.
We're looking at 28 kills so far in this map up for Swisher. May become the difference maker for Bad News Bears as the flashes go over, and here they come. There's his 29, the Sphinx falls. Dotto trades on Jonji, tries to deal with Spongy up close, but he falls. Sheikh Zula turned in trade by Dia outside a mini in a 3-on-3. The bomb will be on the site, and it will get planted.
Junior's waiting for the rotate to come up for the vents. He's just missed the timing of Hades, and Stappy actually deals with Swisher. The bomb hasn't got planted yet.
They're even standing, Spongy waiting on the site, hoping that someone gives up the ghost here. The incendiary extends, Junior's not got a smoke, burning at 7 points of health. Still wins the fight against Dia somehow. In Hades with the AWP pick, does fight Spongy. Back to a 1v1. Where's Junior? Making his way in from outside. Does Hades think it might be a heaven wrap? The Deagle's still holding, he's still looking away from position, getting a slightly better angle, and a one shot's all he needs to clutch the round, secure the 2K, bring unlucky 13 about for ENCE.
That is such a huge round for Hades to win, to try and just get the boat going again. Junior just getting mollied out for the close fed position. What a kill this is from D-Hub with 7 HP to run through the mini smoke. Oh, he tried everything, but Hades, even that shot with the AWP down to the default position to win the 1v2. And for B&B, they can't force again. They have to eco.
Second tactical for ENCE as well called in. So I think they realized they shouldn't have let that round get us down to the wire as it did. I mean, in general, let this match get down to the wire as it has. 16 forward Bad News Bears on the first map, and now going blow for blow against them here to the second. Still in the lead, still 3 rounds away from playoff position. You're right about this eco for B&B. They dropped a number of Deagles. Yeah, a couple of weapons to work with on the part of Jonji and Junior. But all in all, this should be a bit of a formality round for the Bad News Bears. Maybe some exits, maybe the Eagles can make a miracle happen, and that's a good start. Ferrari peeking from Jonji against Hades.
All right, there we go. What more is we gonna see? A couple of deagles in that P250. That's at least a start. Unfortunately, with that kill being so far away in Garage, they're really gonna struggle to be able to recover that AWP. ENCE has been able to get this ramp takedown for Snappy though.
Breakthrough, second kill on the Jonji's part 4-on-3 situation. Swisher, seen with the bomb. Shake Zilla caught off by Spinks, and he'll just lean back in to deal with Swisher. Try and make it a triple kill against Junior. 1v4. Dealt with there with Spinks' triple. And a 14-10 now for ENCE. 2 more to go. Bad news bears with this gun round. This might be their final shout into the night. This might be their final shout into Nuke.
And if you're a viewer at home and you're into really big moments of individuals, Dotto and Swisher on the respective teams of B&B and ENCE are just having an incredible performance here on Nuke. Spinks and Snappy just working together with that crossfire out from that ramp position. And now for ENCE with them on 14, B&B, they've just got to try and restrict themselves, not allow them to go down to that map point. Nades out towards outside. They actually want to try and push quite aggressive with this.
Yeah, we've seen the one man nades in as they go towards the inside controller lobby. Snappy lines up Swisher, Spongy gets the trade. Spinks makes his way down towards Marshman. They're going to try and find a flank in against the likes of Jonji, but forced away by the AK to 8 points of health. So the teams make their way downstairs, and Spinks is going to hold his position. Smokes on. Open up the decon door, try force some shots in, try reposition instead, but Shake Zilla is already in observation, so he already has this side of the map here as the bomb goes down.
Jonji could be the winner of this round if he's able to deal with the lobby wraparound. Spinks has to deal with a couple of players out to the double doors.
Hades in behind, he's seen the T-side player, so Jonji seen him, but now the flank can come in from his opposition, and Jonji might not be able to deal with Dotto. Indeed, Dotto gets his pick back, but it's still a 4v3. ENCE have got the man advantage, but they haven't got the time. If they're going to make a move, they're going to make it right now. I think they're looking for exits instead. Get those kills against those players, remove those weapons from play. Disallow any real chance of B&B to insert themselves into the next round. Shake and Junior in particular could be on the verge of trouble. But this will be 11 for Bad News Bears, so not too much of a worry. They have won an important survival round.
That's very disciplined on the call for Snappy for ENCE not to go for that. And even for Jonji, yeah, he doesn't get a kill onto either the lobby angle or out from ramp, but he wastes a lot of time. And maybe if that kill came in 5-10 seconds earlier for ENCE, they go for that. But because there was so much time wasting going on, they say to themselves, money, it's not the best in our reserve. Let's just save. Let's be safe about it.
Wide down to rifles here, of course. Only one player needs to reinvest for the part of ENCE. Smokes on towards outside D. Seeing nothing of the T-side line. Dotto going to make his way downstairs towards the vents. The AWP Hades shoulder baited out Junior. Forced away, got the info of both individuals. He knows that there was an M4 there as well. Doesn't know that Hades is still sticking around though.
Yeah, normally Hades would just fall back in this angle, but he wants to try and hold it. And you've got to wonder for the T side, are they even going to give that choice, or are they just going to flash him off? Instead, put that smoke down. Now he's going to reposition.
Spinks, M4 just forcing out the reload. Hades finds the pick in the midst of the smoke as it starts to clear. Shake Zilla caught back, a secondary smoke down on the CT side. Hades continues firing away, putting Incendiary up. And getting down towards the vent entrance because B&B are going ramp.
Jonji with this outside play, if they could pull enough of a distraction to keep the CTs looked onto ramp, he could be able to get a couple of kills.
Yeah, he's been the lurker for this B&B side. He's found some very awkward positions against ENCE, and they have no idea this is coming in. Dia caught towards Heather, and he's looking outside. The timing couldn't be more perfect. Player spotted, Snappy dead. Ramp is open, and Jonji may have bailed out B&B in this round.
They don't know about Hades that's dropped down in the vents. Spinks has done the same. They've got 2 players at lower.
Gets a frag on the back lines. Hades still holding his own. 15 seconds. The bomb's going to charge his way back up and out into the A bomb site here. D is in heaven. He can shut this whole round down. He knows it. Finds the man. Looks for Swisher as well. Continues to spray. Swisher can't get the shot back in, but 5 seconds to get the bomb down. He's still pressed by the aim punch. And the AWP picker Hades will fall, but Jonji Not enough to get the last pick on Spinks, so by time, it's ENCE on match point.
Oh my goodness, Jonji gets away with some unbelievable shots in that outside position, but the time is so low, they can't find the last player. What a great lurk that was. And unfortunately for them, they think, okay, we get the ramp player, let's dive down ramp, we'll get to the lower bomb side. What they don't know about is Hades already at lower, Spinks on rotation. They try and get back towards top side in heaven, and D is waiting for them in heaven.
Just heard the footsteps and knew exactly how to react. Now he's going to hold his own towards outside, detecting the players that are out here, and Jonji will catch him off guard, not before taking a dink back to 11 points of health. Snappy now moving in. Dotto going to look for Jonji, but that trade together. Straight bullet lands. Snappy gets a second kill back on Shakezilla. Man advantage for ENCE. Nades involved towards Junior's position. Doing that damage, not getting the kill, and B&B just going to charge him down. He does get away with a frag, and now Hades looking on to the double doors, looking out. This corner of his eye, check towards observation window. Thinking of leaning forward, the ENCE repositioning. Here he comes, flick connects, and it should be over now. Spongy will get one frag back, but needs two more to clutch.
They're coming in from different angles. One for the vent. Did he see the timing and repositioning of Dotto? He didn't. 16 to 11. What a result coming through from ENCE. That makes them into the playoff, Jay. A 2-0 victory over the Bad News.